Happy day, everyone. So, my apologies for missing yesterday, but it's all right. We're going to keep going. Today, we are actually going to look at a large variety of jobs that you can apply for today that you probably had no idea that you could work in. One of the greatest hurdles, I'll call them hurdles or blockages, whatever, that a lot of my clients experience with searching for new jobs and just people in general is you're not aware of how deeply transferable your skills are, right? Where you may have never, ever, ever worked in billing or accounting, but you have skills that you may have learned working in retail or skills that you may have learned working in pharmaceuticals or something like that, where you are able to literally move from one industry to another. So we have actually quite a few different jobs that we are going to be taking a look at here today. Let's get into it. So, per usual, you guys, I am going to encourage you to scroll through each of these companies' opportunities, and that will be down in the link below. But we're kicking it off with Ventura Health. Ventura Health has an abundance of roles, and whether you have worked in healthcare or if, say you're pharmacy tech, or say you are someone who works at the reception desk at the hospital. You know what I'm saying? Where you've worked in those types of industries, you may be eligible to get started as a payment posting specialist. So Ventura Health is looking for a payment posting specialist. The job summary: the payment posting specialist is responsible for the monetary intake for Ventura Health clients. The payment posting specialist may be assigned 13 to 14 facilities or clients that they will be responsible for maintaining our 6-day turnaround time. Posting all deposits. Okay, now that's just a bunch of finance jargon. They want you to move quickly, but even thinking about like 6 days of payment processing time, that should be pretty easy. So you can look through all of the essential tasks and functions, but I don't want you guys to be discouraged or get nervous. Like I said in a lot of the other videos, these are just words, y'all. They're just words. And you probably already have these skills. They're looking for you to have a high school diploma or a GED, so they're very flexible with that. They want you to have at least 2 years of experience posting insurance payments in a healthcare setting. So again, maybe you have been working as a dental assistant, or maybe you're a medical assistant, or maybe you're a front desk associate in some sort of like a medical setting, or especially if you guys have like worked in the pharmacy. Transferable skills, y'all. I'm gonna say it like that. And it's all about how you are highlighting your skills on your resume. And then they want you to have at least 2 years of experience reading insurance explanation of benefit statements, and that is a preference. But again, if you've worked in the healthcare industry, chances are you probably do have this type of experience, even if it's not where this is all you did in your job. Knowledge and skills. So these are the things that you definitely want to make sure that you have on your resume, okay? Knowledge of insurance, payer types, knowledge of explanation of benefit statements, strong balancing and reconciliation skills. If you have only worked, like I say, in the pharmacy and you are ringing up prescriptions and people give you cash and then you got to say, hey, you still owe me $2.38, and they're going to put it on a card, that is an example of balancing and reconciliation skills. Now, don't tear me apart in the comments, y'all. I'm a finance girly. I've worked in finance forever, so I know it gets deeper than that. But for $16 to $19 an hour, they can't be asking for too much, okay? Strong mathematical skills. You don't need to know how to do a long algebraic equation. You need to know 5 plus 5 is 10, and 2 times 2 is 4. You just need to know simple things like that, okay? Strong time management skills. If you know how to get to work on time, you know how to take a break on time, you know how to clock out on time, you have strong time management skills. Strong organizational skills. Ability to read and understand and apply state and federal laws, regulations, and policies. If you can read and comprehend, you got it. And then they want you to be flexible and capable of working in a fast-paced environment. So y'all, this is a job that I would classify as being a little more low paying, but again, when you are trying to cross over industries and you're trying to make a pivot in your career, sometimes it's okay to take on a role, especially if it fits your financial needs, y'all. It's okay to take on a role that maybe doesn't immediately out the gate pay you $30 or $40 an hour, but you can cross over and you can work up from there. So that's that position with Ventura Health. We have another position with Ventura Health. They're looking for a payment analyst. Y'all, they had so many jobs. They have so many jobs available, and they are remote, and they are full-time, and this was a great company to work for. The payment analyst is responsible for the monetary intake for Ventura Health clients. Weekly assignments are required by the supervisor, and the payment analyst must develop a plan to complete work lists by end of week. Payment analysts must comply with the laws, blah, 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 billing standards, blah, 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 be team-oriented, yada, yada, yada. You guys can look through these essential functions and tasks. We don't want this video to be an hour long today. Now, here's what they're asking for. Anybody can become an analyst. Now, it might be a little more difficult for you to work up in the ranks, but job titles are so powerful, y'all. And just working in a role as 1 year as an analyst or 2 years as an analyst will do wonders for your career. So they just want you to have at least a GED or a high school diploma, at least 1 year of experience posting payments to a billing system if you worked in a call center and people called and they said, hello, YouTube video watcher. Not that that's what they would have called you, but whatever. I am calling to make a payment on my bill, or I'm calling to find out why my services are off. And then you take their credit card information and you process a payment. That is experience posting payments to a billing system. If you work in retail and you take credit card payments and then you swipe it in and you do on your computer and it goes in, that is experience posting payments to a billing system, okay? They also want you to have at least 2 years of experience reading insurance, explanation of benefits. Again, this is a preference, but not a requirement. And they want you to have at least 1 year in the data entry field. Any job that you work in where you are typing or you have to input any sort of information, that is data entry skills. And then they would like for you to have at least 1 year of medical billing, anesthesia, emergency medicine. And again, this is a preference, not a requirement. You polish your resume up the appropriate way. You make sure you're highlighting yourself in the best light possible. You can probably land this role. Now, they did not give any sort of financial clarity on what you could expect to be paid, but I bet this role would pay somewhere in the 20s of dollars per hour at a minimum, because analysts typically do make a fair amount. Now we're going to move on to a company called Revelier. Revelier is, this role again is remote. They are looking for a business development representative. It's a full-time job and it's paying between 50 to 65K, which should put you right around the $25 to $32-ish range. I could be off just a little bit. Revelier is a healthcare and data analytics company that uses AI to give health plans across businesses and gain control over their quality improvements, blah, 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 blah. If you're interested in all of that, do read through it. The link is in bio for you to apply for this job, okay? Essential duties: perform a high level of discovery, outbound calls. Now, I can bet you, because it's not saying that you're going to have to find these leads yourself or anything like that, that they're going to, you will make cold calls and emails exactly to a list of existing and prospective clients. If you are comfortable with sales, you are comfortable with talking to people, you're comfortable with reaching out and offering services, you comfortable with knowing that people are going to hang up on you and tell you no, especially for 20 to 30 some odd dollars an hour, go for it. You will be working extensively in our HubSpot CRM tool. That's great. It's going to be good experience to have. Scheduling appointments for sales. It's heavy sales, y'all. Qualifications: they want you to have a minimum of 1 year of business development or sales experience. That's their preference. Even if all you did was work as a waitress and give people a menu and say, how can I help you today? And they say, hey, I want an appetizer. And you say, cool, you want to add some cookies on it? We got a special going. That is experience in sales, y'all. Leverage your experience. Leverage your experience. The purpose of this video today is to really get people motivated and get you to realize that there are so many additional opportunities that are available to you that maybe you didn't think of. They want you to have knowledge of CRM tools or similar applications as a plus, not as a requirement. If you've worked in customer service and you work with Monday.com or Salesforce or what have you, that is knowledge of CRM tools, okay? Watch a couple videos on YouTube. What's that? Knowledge of CRM tools. Don't tell them Mona told you that, but that's a little hack for you. Knowledge of business processes and sale techniques are preferred. Preference, not a requirement. But if you have knowledge of how a business works and you know how to sell things to people, you fit. Proficient in Microsoft Office, Word, Excel, Outlook, Teams. Even if you've never created a full spreadsheet, if you can open up Microsoft Excel right now and look at the sales and do tap back in. I think next week I'm going to start rolling out some hard and soft skill trainings on the channel, so do subscribe and be tuned for that. And exemplary written and verbal communication skills. If you've spoken to people, if you sent emails and you're good at it, you'll be cussing people out, you'll be open-minded, you have exemplary written and verbal communication skills, okay? This role, again, is paying $50K to $65K per year. This is right around the $25 to $32-ish range. So that is Revelator. This next role, what company is this, y'all? Carter Health. Carter Health is looking for a growth enrollment specialist. It's full-time, it's remote, you can work from anywhere, and this is going to be more of a sales role. Again, y'all, if you're interested in any of the background surrounding this role and explaining what you'll be doing, this is a startup company, so they may be a little more lenient and open-minded about what happens. You can read it through this. Link is in the description box below. But here's what they're looking for. They're looking for someone with 2 years of experience in an inside sales B2C, that is business to consumer or business to customer role, with a track record of owning and scaling customer processes. If you have worked for a business where your business that you worked for or your business that you ran, you can leverage all experience, y'all, where you are selling something direct to consumers or direct to customers. You got 2 years of experience with inside B2C sales in a role of that caliber. Strong attention to detail. Can you pay attention? That's pretty much it, y'all. Ability to work in a fast-paced environment with little direction. Highly collaborative and excellent written and oral communication skills. One of the best ways to showcase that you have the skill to a potential employer is to make sure you come with a highly polished and well-worded resume, okay? Inherent growth mindset. You're always focused on improving faster and getting the team to do the same. Are you able to recommend fixes to problems? Or if you find a better way to do things, can you share that with the team and show them a better way to do things? And then an ability to track and report a key metric or several key metrics that define your success. Everybody has that ability. Whether it's you counting the number of things that you're processing, you knowing how to check a system to see where you are with your duties. If you're going to keep tally marks on a piece of paper, then you have experience doing that. All right. Now, here are some things that it would be cool if you had them, but they're not required. Experience and desire to work remotely. Medical office administration experience. You don't have to have it. And health tech experience. But if you do have these types of things, then it would be to your advantage. Okay, so that is the growth enrollment specialist role with Carter Health. Link in description box. Next, we are going to look at this role with Jamf. This is a remote role. You can work from anywhere in the U.S. and they are looking for a operations specialist, one in customer education. Listen, y'all, if you've worked in customer service and you've been doing it, I don't care how long you've been doing it, but especially if you've been doing it for a long period of time, you have operations experience, okay? And one of the best types of industries and roles for you to pivot into if you're tired of typical day-to-day customer service is operations. You can read everything you need to know about Jamf by hitting the link in the description box below, but let's talk about what they are looking for. They're looking for a minimum of 1 year of data entry, copy editing, or publication review. Or, you see that? Or, so you got options, experience with Microsoft 365, particularly with translated context. Now, this is a requirement. Now listen, y'all. Like I said in the video, these are some roles that you probably can pivot into that you didn't know. Every role is not going to be a great fit for other people, but especially for those of you that are content creators, you create YouTube videos and things of that nature, or you've done things like this at a job in the past, this may be a better role for you. A minimum of 1 year learning management publishing experience, particularly in SkillDryer. I don't know what that software is, but if you have any of these experiences, do tap in because they're not asking for much experience, okay? A minimum of 1 year of structured content authoring experience. And again, if you are a content creator or you create content for other people, you are someone who does these types of things on a consistent basis, even if it's been like on a freelance basis or as like a contractor, you should shoot your shot at this role. The only thing that is required for this job is the content publishing experience, especially if you've been posting on YouTube, and the experience with entering data, looking at content in one place and then transferring it to another. They want you to have a high school diploma or a GED, and they want you to be able to speak English. They have some certifications that they would prefer that you have, but preference is just preference. Shoot your shot anyway, okay? No clarity on how much this role pays, but shoot your shot anyway. So next, we have a role with the Standard contact center representative. Now, some people watching these videos, you are currently working in retail, or you could be doing something totally outside of contact center representative, and I know they posted this a few days ago, but shoot your shot anyway, y'all. You can read through everything about this role and the company. They're a high performing company, so do expect to have to take a high number of calls. All they're asking for is a high school diploma or a GED as a requirement. They would like for you to have experience with speaking to people over the phone, and even if you work at Walmart or you work wherever you work, and you pick up the phone and you talk to people, that would be enough contact or customer service experience for you to shoot your shot at this role. Ability to handle semi-routine assignments with within defined procedures. An ability to handle things where it's on a case-by-case basis, but for the most part, it's pretty consistent work. And strong communication skills and proficiency with computer systems. This job is paying between $19 and $24 an hour, okay? So do shoot your shot. I'm sure they're looking for more than one customer service representative, but I would apply for this job pretty quickly. Now, Trinity Health Careers, y'all. Even if you haven't worked in the healthcare industry, you should still just poke around on their website because they have tons of roles that may fit your needs. So here's what I thought was really cool about Trinity Health Careers. They have quickly find jobs that match your strengths. Get started. How experienced are you? Whether you have no experience or an abundance of experience, tap in there. I feel like most people usually have like right around here. So we'll go. What was your most recent job title? We won't go with my most recent job title, but representative. We'll leave it at that. Where do you want to work? Now, you could find a city or my current location, but I'm going to put any location. They'll want your information. They will want you to upload your things. A recruiter will reach out to you and let you know. And then after this phase, You can scroll down and see what sorts of opportunities are available. Okay, they got Seymour. I'm telling y'all, they have so many jobs. It was insane and spectacular. So that is Trinity Health, you guys. But I have a couple of roles. They're looking for a remote HR representative too. It's contingent, it's remote. This is a part-time job. They are looking for someone to work Monday through Friday between the hours of 9 and 5:30. Okay, this job pays $23 per hour, plus a lot of, oh, it looks like that it could pay more depending on your education and your experience. If you want to know more about this role, you will check it out at the link below. But here are their minimum qualifications. Must possess a comprehensive knowledge of HR, health and welfare benefit implementation, process integration, and customer service center operations as normally obtained through a high school diploma, and 3 years of experience in an HR specialist or customer service role in a high volume work environment. Those are a lot of words. But if you have at least 3 years of experience in customer service and or HR and a high school diploma, shoot your shots. They would prefer an associate's degree, but preference is just a word. Must possess a basic knowledge of HRIS, in example, Workday or other systems such as that, and processes, and an understanding of the downstream impact of transactions to benefits, pay, and other areas, and able to identify where information appears out of alignment or incorrect. Don't let those words confuse you or throw you off. They're going to train you anyway, okay, on what they think looks normal and on what they think is incorrect, and then you'll know. Demonstrated effective decision-making skills, excellent communication skills, strong listening, comprehension, excellent HR or interpersonal skills, strong analytic problem-solving, judgment, and conflict resolution, demonstrated written communication skills. If you know how to think, you know how to write, you know how to look at a problem and then come up with a solution, you might fit this bill. They want you to be able to work independently with little supervision while being organized and prioritizing your workload, but it's a remote job. They can't see you, so they want you to be able to manage yourself. If you think you might fit, especially for something paying 23 plus per hour, even though it's on a part-time basis, do tap in with that. But like I said, make sure that you all check out all of their opportunities that are available. I'm going to cut this out because this is a hard job, y'all. I'm not going to lie. But if you do have experience with Excel and you do have experience with reporting and things of that nature, you may want to tap in with this role. Let's see if it tells us what it pays. It doesn't, but this job is going to pay a pretty decent amount. So that's what I got, y'all. If you are interested in any of these roles, do hit the link below in the description box to apply to them. Make sure that you update your resume. Make sure that you take a look at the things that they list for what you'll be doing or what they are looking for in a person, and that you have some of those things listed on your resume as well. If you need assistance with that, if you need a resume review, if you need templates that you can build onto, do hit the link in the description box and you can